No, have you seen Ghost Dog?
Ghost
Forrest
Dog
Whitaker?
with Forrest Whitaker.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you
Oh
that.
no!
Oh wow.
Oh no!
I gotta look this up.
That movie's crazy.
I gotta look this up.
I could not. I just Forrest Whitaker being a ninja, bro. Like I couldn't do it.
But the thing is, you know, and it's not my favorite. It's not like my favorite.
Yeah, of course,
my
of
favorite
course.
movie as of late.
I said record. There we go. There we are.
All right. Fusion fam, what's up?
Yo, yo, yo.
As y'all can see, we got a guest in the building. Well, kind of in the building.
Oh, we could have just done it first and put you in, but that's all right. We already here, bro.
Leave it alone. We have Francois in the building,
What's
man.
going on, man?
Thank you for coming on with us, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right, man. If you don't know who we are, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy.
And together, this podcast, this tag team, these Comic-Con conquerors, these wrestling phenoms, these gaming gods.
Playing like a mofo.
We are FusionHaa. Boom! All right. That's our intro.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
So like you said, first and foremost, thank you for coming on with us. So Francois, tell the people a bit about yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, that's like a quick, like, oh, I gotta have this ready. Born and raised in New York. I'm a Haitian American. I feel like I was, born to be a writer. Graduated college in 2015.
Okay.
And my dream is to be a writer-director.
Okay.
Oh, word.
All right. Where'd you graduate from?
Iona College, or rather now it's changed to Iona University in New Rochelle.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Shoot. Dang. Okay. So ever since you was like a kid, you ever wanted to write, or like when?
When I was a kid, I just wanted to watch TV and cartoons and all the classics. The Static Shocks, the Spider-Mans.
Oh man, the great.
Classics. Yu-Gi-Oh, card captures, the classics.
Hey, you would have liked our last podcast episode. We just talked all about like old school cartoons.
Yeah. I loved it. I always liked the idea of storytelling, but I think it hit me most when like in moments in sixth grade, a little bit of high school, but when I got into college, I realized I want to write.
Okay. Hell yeah.
So do you have was there like a particular moment? Because for a lot of people who we talk to, like the voice actors, just people in general, there's always this one defining moment that's like, I want to do this. Do you have a moment like that?
I honestly, it was probably when I was like playing Halo. I think it was like, because I got into Halo with Halo 2. Like I used to go to my friend's house and we used to play. So it was like my friend's godfather. So he would he had all the gaming systems. We used to just go every Sunday, play Smash Bros. Or play Halo or play some racing games. And I didn't know much about Halo, the story. I just played the multiplayer. For the youngins out there, we did local multiplayer.
Oh man.
And I used to screen watch sometimes, but that's how I kind of got better. I was a young one in the group. And then Halo 3 was dropping. It was 2007. So I remember I was in high school. I got my first console system in a minute. Mm-hmm. So I got the Halo 3, and I was like, oh, this story sounds dope. Like, this is really cool. And then that's when I started getting into the lore, and then I was like, this is really dope. But again, for me, I had little moments, but I think the defining moment was in college when I always wanted to infuse technology with storytelling, but then I just ultimately decided I just gotta tell stories.
Okay. You talking about Halo? I'm assuming Halo is that game for you, or what is your favorite video game?
It's hard to say, but if I had to choose, it would be between, and not specific games, but it would be the Halo and Kingdom Hearts franchise.
My dog, let's go. Kingdom Hearts is that game.
Heavy hitters, baby.
Man. Yeah, those are my thing. But if I had to choose, twist my arm, Halo Reach.
Reach? Okay. Ooh, Reach is really good.
Reach and 4 for it for me.
Okay. 4? Oh, really? 4?
Yeah. 4, to me, 4 was like, the best, and like not the best, but like the best. Then they started, going downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got weird.
Yeah, the new Halo, to me, it wasn't bad, but it just for some reason, like there was some type of magic that attracted me to Halo. Like Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, like it was just something that just pulled me in. And with this one, like it was like the love was just gone from it. Like I can't describe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And when it comes to storytelling, I think when it's not really Hollywood, but the big wigs, big suits, you start to lose the passions from it. It just starts to, it dissolves, and it's kind of like Gears of War as well. Like Gears of War was at its peak, and then you just keep milking it, and it's just like it's not the same.
Right.
Yep.
But yeah, like I wouldn't know when it comes to the new Halo. I don't even have an Xbox system anymore. My last system was the Xbox One.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't followed.
Yeah, it's a cool game. It's cool. Like it's a lot of it's very open world. It's very open world, which is unlike Halo at all. Yes, you can go in and like go in there and like kill hordes of monsters and stuff like that. The aliens, I forget the name of the new aliens in this game, but you just fight them.
It's not the Forerunners though.
No, it's something else. I can't remember what they're called.
Because I played it. You got the Forerunners, and then there was like that's it for me.
Yeah, it's a new species. I can't even remember. That's how long it's been.
Well, it is a big world. It's supposed to be like kind of like Star Wars or Star Trek. There are other aliens in this world.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Man, I can tell by the passion in your voice, you really love world building and storytelling.
Yeah, man.
But I have one more gaming question before we get into your stuff.
I got you.
So, shotgun or the plasma sword?
Oh, God.
Oh, so I'll tell you a quick story, and I'll tell you.
Please tell us.
So when I would play with my friends when we were younger, I had the it wasn't the 360. Oh, it was a 360. I had the 360 and the Xbox. Didn't know how to play the game. Always had the automatic assault rifle. I was like shooting, aiming the head. My cousin and then my friend would both use either the shotgun or the energy sword, and it's always a one-shot kill.
Right.
And I kind of learned shotgun is just cooler for me. I like using both, but I like the shotgun more.
Yeah.
Because for me, it was sleight of hand. It was shot melee. It was just quick. So
Big pow.
Yeah,
It's
as fast as the energy sword.
Yeah, it really was. And I want to say they introduced that kind of a rock, paper, scissors tactic on Halo 2.
Halo 2.
Halo 2, they introduced that. You be like, oh, the plasma sword. Everybody was like gods, and then somehow, some way, somebody discovered.
As soon as you charge in, the shotgun, bam, right in your face.
Put them on their butts, man.
Yeah,
every time.
Close quarters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. Oh, but before we get down to the other good stuff, because before we went on, you were talking about you had a podcast. I was like, damn, I wish you'd have told me this earlier.
Yeah.
Man. What is your podcast and what's the name of it, bro?
Our podcast is called The Average Jays. Oh, sorry, my dog is here. Like she.
Oh, that's okay.
If she starts growling or barking, she's like, yeah, there she goes.
Oh.
So you got us all.
Yeah.
It's called The Average Jays Podcast. So again, me and my best friend started about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. He moved to Florida. So then I was like, oh man, that sucks. But life happens. We got to do our thing. And we were on a radio show together in college with one of our other best friends. And me and her name is Spring. We used to do it for class. And then we got my best friend into our podcast. And we had something called Nerd Alert. It was like a little segment within that. And then we always talk about, we should do this. This was like post college. And then 2 years ago, we was like, yo, let's do this thing. Let's just rock out. And we talked for like 3 hours on our first episode or something like that. But we had to learn how to truncate it. But yeah, we do these things called we do TV, movie news, games, video games, real world news. We don't get too heavy on the depressing stuff because that's what the news outlets are for.
Yeah,
of course.
We'll talk about like Elon Musk doing something dumb or Kanye doing something dumb, or we'll just talk about cool things like something happened recently. But we'll talk about that's real world and that would relate to the people. Okay. But our favorite thing is called the weekly wrap. It's what are we watching, reading, or playing. So at the end of our segment, we just talk about what we're doing for the week. And yeah, that's our thing. And then we have something called the After Dark, which we're trying to figure out how to do more of those and segment that out, because we would do it right after our episode. But yeah, that's what we do. We do it every Tuesday.
Hey, don't feel bad about that, dude. I think, 6? We would do 3 hours.
3 hours,
2
like
to
we
3
were
hours.
Oh,
Joe Rogan.
like when you started?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
and
just
we talk about everything.
everything, man, everything that we could like that happened that week, or just even within the topics that we were decided to discuss.
Right.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Going
and then
going
not
at
just that, like we didn't know how to edit the audio and stuff like that. So we went like audio for like 6 to 7 episodes, then went to video, and we stuck with this format.
Yeah.
And like I said, we would do 3 hours, and there was times our friends come over or my wife, and it was like, Jesus H Christ. And like even my cousin told us one time, was like, hey dude, ain't nobody gonna listen to that shit. I was like, what you talking about, homie? It was like, bro, people's attention spans ain't that long. Like, chop that down like 30
and
minutes.
it's true, and I've always known that, but it's just like initially we started it as just a place to like chat, but then it's like if we really wanted to do it, it's like we gotta work in that realm. So like we cut it down to like an hour 15, hour 30, sometimes close to 2 hours, but it just happens.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're right.
All right, man. So let's talk about your stuff, man.
Yeah, let's talk about you and your products, bro. Let's talk about products.
Where do you want to start?
So my brother Teddy. So I'm not gonna lie. So I just started watching Ted, like the show, like the TV show.
Yeah.
So the opening scenes of that, it just reminded me of Ted. And I was at work reading, and I just started laughing. I was like, that's kind of funny because it's like a teddy bear in the bed, and that's how that starts. But the next couple panels, Ted ain't got nothing on this. Nothing on this at all. Oh, man. So where did you come up with the idea? Because it kind of gives me isekai vibes almost. Like, that's what I was getting. But then, like, towards the end, I'm like, wait. He just flipped everything on his head. I got to ask Francois what's going on.
So the idea was in college.
Okay.
Like, I don't know if you guys, it was like a picture that I seen circulating, this was the time we were still using like Facebook still.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this picture of a teddy bear standing on top of his kid holding a wooden sword, and like there was this monster looming over it. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was a meme. It was like protecting kids since I forget, whenever the first teddy bear was created. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. I was like, never heard that story before. That idea stayed with me till all the way up until 2020. Remember, I graduated in like 2015, so there's a couple years in there. I didn't have anything to say. I didn't know what to write. But then again, my best friend moves, and I was like, damn, you get in your feels, and I'm like, what do I write about? So then that's when I had the idea to just like start writing. And what I always tell people, like, I'm not where I'm at yet, but like I only could share the advice is like, hey, just write. Someone will crap on your work, but that means it can be improved. This one, it took some time. I wrote the story. I was working within my budget. I wanted to tell more, but it's just like, paying for pages is like, I was working part-time. So I was like, no, actually I was working full-time, but it still costs money to do the pages. And then I was just like, I finished it and I was like, I don't want it to just be a picture book. So I asked my boys and my friends, I was like, yo, should I add a soundtrack to this? They're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. So then I hired a woman from Wisconsin. Her name is Lauren Brianna Ware. Dope. She's a great composer.
Yes.
Knocked it out of the park. And for those listening, it's all on Apple Music and Spotify, whatever, music services you listen to. It's called My Brother Teddy. You can just listen to it if you're interested. Yeah. But yeah, it completed the book for me.
Dude, I've noticed with a couple of your comics, man, you have soundtracks on them. Now, you ain't the first person I've seen that did it, but it's like, damn, but you keep doing it. And I'm like, what made you do that? Because I'm a truck driver right now. I'm also a trainer. And so that's how I kind of browse through your stuff. This man got I'm like, yo, this man got a soundtrack that goes with it. So, I hit the QR code. I'm listening to it. I'm like, because and I like how your tracks tell you like what page goes to what page. This page to this page, and this page to this track, all that. And it's magnificent. And it's like, geez, dude, like what inspired you to put soundtracks into your comic books?
Yeah. So again, the idea came when. So you guys know this. When you were kids, you went to the library. You remember the cassette that came in, like that was the idea.
Oh,
Obviously, I can't put a cassette or a CD on a book, but it's just like that. I'm not, DC or Marvel, so a QR code was easier. So yeah, just so I had this done, and I was like, yeah, QR codes are free, so just create a QR code, and it goes to my website. Again, I just didn't want it to be a picture book because you could just flip through it. But when I was talking to some people at the MegaCon where I was there last weekend, and they're like, "Yeah, it's an experience." I was like, "Yeah, that's the correct word. Like, you don't read it; you just go through it."
yeah, I noticed that. Like, it's few words.
Yeah.
Which was perfect. It was like, oh my God, that's perfect.
So that paired with the soundtrack is a great combination.
I always joke that I did it before DC. Like, it's obviously comics and music is a thing, but like I think this is something I was like I had to pair it with the book.
Yeah, that's definitely a unique combination, man. It just I can sit there because I love, like, when I'm reading mangas or comics or things like that, I toss my headphones on and I'm sitting there listening to music.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can legit put on music that like enhances my reading experience because it's paired with the music, man, that is a dope concept. So is that something that you would do with every comic, or just like, let's say it's My Teddy, like comic 1 through 10, like would you pair it that way, or how would you do that?
It depends. So My Brother Teddy is a one shot right now. I don't have any ideas. Well, I do have ideas for a second one, but as of now, I'm just trying to get my name out there. With my other books. But when it comes to the other stuff, I just put a soundtrack in there as just a bonus for the reader. Because regular comics, they charge you $3-5 a book, which these big companies can afford to do that. Indie companies don't have that luxury. Like, for me, I'm not like a company, I'm just a guy. I charge $8 a pop, but I feel like, you know what, let me give them something extra. So they got a soundtrack, so it's not like they're losing out. The only thing that sucks, it's not like you can put it on a streaming service or anything like that. I could do that, but then that's starting to take money out of my pocket. I just put it on the website because anyone can visit the website and then just listen to it. But I do want to create soundtracks for my books, like my Napoleon one. Like, there's not one for it, but after all 6 issues are done, I will have it done.
Oh, the soundtrack for that's gonna be epic. I would tell you.
The fact that you could just like get somebody to do a soundtrack is cool. Like,
yeah,
I wish I could get somebody to, I mean, I guess my son messed with MPC, but we kind of stuck on the same thing over and over. No offense to him, it's just like, come on, it has more technique. But the fact that you like, oh, you found somebody, it made you a soundtrack, y'all negotiate, money obviously, and like that happened, and not just that, like, it's good. It's actually good music. That's amazing. That is freaking amazing that you what's the word? Curate that.
Yeah, like it is a kind of a building block of directing in itself. Like, I'm a firm believer of just like letting the artists do their thing, but I'm like, hey, this is what I like, and this is what I want to hear. Do your thing. This is the type of art. This is what I'm looking for. Do this. But then I'm like, I don't want to like control. I don't want to micromanage that because it's not my world. I can only write the words. I can't draw for shit. So I'm just like, I just write the words.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I used to really be into writing and writing like stories and things like that, but I can never draw. Like, like my kids, everyone in this house, artistic. They can draw anything. I'm over here struggling with stick figures. Stick figures all wiggly, looking all wiggly and crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Same way, I got 2 daughters that can draw.
Oh wow.
The bomb. And I'm over here like, I can record that, I guess.
Yep.
He's like, I'll keep it here. This will be the NFT.
Yeah, I can make a half-ass a beat. I haven't made music in a minute, so I was like, I can half-ass make a beat right now. Shit, imagination going.
Like, you want me to edit it into a podcast? I got you on that. I can do that.
I can edit my ass off. But.
Yeah. No, I was really good at copying stuff. Like, started out with tracing, and then I remember, and this is the one I keep dear to me, but like I remember there was like in art class we had to like copy something, but it wasn't tracing. We had to like copy it. Pope John Paul II, the one before 2 popes ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I copied his likeness, and I thought that was really good. The garb was off, but his face was the same. So I was like, I'm actually happy with it. I wish I had it somewhere so I can show people, but it's just in my brain now. So
I know. Yeah, I feel you on that, man. I got something similar like that. Dang. So how do you like find your artists, man, for your comics, man?
It's funny. A lot of people ask me that same question when I'm at the booth. And I talk like I've been in cons all the time. This is MegaCon was my second con.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. People ask me, I stumbled for my brother Teddy. Either I found them through Instagram or Tumblr. I forgot. And I reached out to him. So it was it was right before COVID. And it was probably a couple months before COVID. I was like, hey, like, do you want to help me write this comic or blah, blah, blah. And then he was like, I don't have the time. And then COVID like hit. And then he reached back out and said like, hey, like, I'll have time. Let's do this. And then during lockdown, which, you know, a lot of people during lockdown start discovering their passions. I already knew what I wanted to do, but I figured it was the best time. Everyone was doing, you know, I think amplifying their passions, be it writing, creating, or making comic books. But yeah, he reached out, we did it, and I got it done. The colorist of my brother Teddy is the wife of the artist I'm working with now for Napoleon. It's 2 different artists.
Okay.
Both of them are from all 3 of them are from Bulgaria, so they all know each other.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was just cool. Like I have my team that I don't ever think I would ever separate with unless I'm like doing other projects that I can see this type of art with.
Yeah.
Right. And I've heard that before through other people who write comics or own a comic book company. Like you got like a team of like artists, and like say like they write this particular comic book, you know, that maybe gritty over here, and that person's good for it. But then you got one that's like more cartoony. Like and you got another one like that too. So I'm like, shoot, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, dang, man, that's amazing, and it's cool. Like, you know, thanks to the internet, that, you know, artists like yourself or writers such as yourself can do that. You can direct it and do all that stuff. Because you're right. You know, I'm hearing more and more as you tell us about like these different comic books, or just hell, we only talk about one as of now, but like just a plethora of stuff. It's like, damn, you got this idea, but you're directing this stuff. Like, oh, you know what? Hey, should I put music? Hell yeah, bro. You holler at somebody, music. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing that you can do that. So you already doing it. It's just, you know, you just reading it.
Yeah.
Or listen to it, you know, with the music. So that's amazing.
Yeah. You know, and when I went to my first my first con, Tampa Bay Comic-Con, there was like a German family. So it started, I forget what day it was. It was like a girl came to my table, bought my brother Teddy, showed it to her family, her mom and dad. Dad came the next day. He was like, yo, this thing is great. Like in 40 years, I've never read anything like this. I was like, super. Do you guys watch One Piece at all or anything like that? Or
yes.
No One Piece? Okay, so you know how like Chopper is always like, oh, you guys are like, when they like, he's too humble. He's like, stop treating me nice or whatever. And he's
like, oh, you think you loving me doesn't make me the least bit happy.
Yeah, so that was me. I was like, I'm good. Like I
compliments,
know, like,
right?
Yeah, I was trying to be humble. He's like, no, but this thing is mad great. And they came back every day to just praise it. And then one thing that I think he said, or even my friend said, we were also promoting the podcast there as well. He was like, the thing is, it has international, you know, like anyone can pick up the book. Like it doesn't require you to speak English, as long as the story is sequential.
Yeah.
And
I didn't even think about that. That's actually great. So did you design it with that in mind, or they're just something you stumbled across?
No,
you just stumbled across. It's like, wow, this has appeal.
Like, someone said that, and I was like, oh, so like, yeah, that makes sense. Like anyone in the world can say, like, oh, I know what's going on. The only thing that's in English is just the title cards in between each round.
Right.
But it's like literally you could just pick up your phone and Google Translate that with an image. And
exactly. And it's very few, so you're right.
Yeah. So I thought that was cool, and I can. Again, I don't feel like I'm there yet, but I see the gears turning. But like, I technically have international fans now because they like follow
cool.
me.
Hey, there you go.
They like big fans of it. So I'm glad that they like My Brother Teddy. Some people said that they cried, and I was like, whoa, like that's heavy. Like
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that. I'm like, I don't think I have that type of those chops, but I'm like, if people are feeling this way, then I guess I do,
It is deep though, you
Yeah.
know, and it's
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because it's mad deep about this teddy bear finding, the young man. Well, that
Yeah.
became a man, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my god, you
Yeah.
know, go back when you started too. So it's
Yeah,
like, holy
it's-
crap, it's a beautiful thing,
Man, so obviously I can tell you're big into anime, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about anime a bit later.
Yeah.
But so I've been watching this new anime called Fusion. It's about this elf. It's basically she's with this hero party, and the show starts where most animes would basically end. The hero's journey is over, and it's basically about her living life. So she's an elf, so she lives forever, but all her party members are humans and dwarves. So the humans eventually die, and the dwarves live a long time, but not as long as the elves. So as I'm reading this comic, it's really reminded me of that. And I don't know if you've watched it yet, but it has a great story. And that's when I was reading this, I was like, this is reminding me of this show so much. And that's in a good way. Because that show has a great story. Just like My Brother Teddy has a great story. And the fact that you said it's a one shot, I'm like, what? Like,
Yeah.
man,
Everyone
I need more. It was good.
Yeah, everyone is telling me they want more. Like, again, I have ideas. Even the artist was like, we were talking a couple months ago. He was like, yeah, man, like, I think we should revisit it. And like, I'm like, yeah, man, we shot ideas back with each other. Like, he said things that I'm like, oh, I've been thinking about.
dope.
But I think, again, My Brother Teddy is something that I wanted, again, was to get my foot in the door. And yeah, just people to know my name, and then while I work on the other stuff, and it being my first published book, that made me happy because I did it through Amazon, self-published. Like, I didn't think it was gonna get anywhere, but like someone recommended me Source Point Press, which is a publishing company, which I reached out to them. They dug it, and it got re-released in 2021 in May. And then I was like, everyone had got their hands on it. And I've had people tell me it sold very well in comic books. It was just flying off the shelves.
Oh, dope.
And like when I wanted to get my copy, it was hard for me to get my own copy. I was going to Midtown Comics, which is like, there's 4 stores in New York, and I went to all the stores. They just didn't have it. And I ended up going to one shop, and they had like 2 left. And me and my friend just picked up both of them. So that one stays with me. Like, I carry my comics all the time in my bag.
Yeah. Man, Jeremy, you know what I need after a hard day's work of podcasting?
What's that, sir?
I need Magic Mind.
Ooh, Magic Mind.
I need to get back into my flow state, man. I need to achieve my ultra instinct again. I need to obtain my hockey. I need to be able to move at light speed, like Luffy when he punched that stupid celestial dragon in the
crazy
face.
with this anime. What about just reading comic books, man? You have a long day at work or during lunch, drink one of them, focus, flip through them pages like that.
That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Oh my God. Guess what, guys?
What do
Have
we
you
get?
ever heard this before? We have a promo code for you guys to use.
Yes, sir, we do.
That's right. Tell them, Chad.
If you use promo code FUSION20,
Sounds good.
use that promo code.
Yeah, get 20% off, man.
And I mean, you're welcome. That's what we do. That's what we do. Hit them with the website, my brother. Tell them where
Oh,
it's at.
man. It is magicmind.com/JAN, Jan, FusionHaa. Okay? Remember that.
Yeah, like Jan from The Office.
There it is.
Minus all the Dundies throwing.
Oh, my God. But yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man.
For real,
Oh,
we got...
and don't forget about some of the ingredients in there.
Man,
we
what
have
are they?
ashwagandha, lion's mane,
mushroom.
Oh, my God.
And many more.
Yes,
many
yes,
more.
yes. Like I said before, the ashwagandha,
What's
it
that?
makes you so chill, so mellow. I love it.
Probably why you focus. It's probably why you focus. It's like, oh, I'm stressed. Nah, that ashwagandha in you, baby.
Nah. then that stress just melts away like butter. Butter.
Gotta have it, man. Yeah, man. Just a little shot, man. Gluck, gluck, gluck. I mean, whoop, just like that.
Hit that, man. Take it to the head.
Take it to the head.
Next thing you know, man, you're good to go, man. You're ready to go. You're ready to work. You're ready to produce.
And you know what, though?
What's
if you
that?
you can take it after you eat, and also if you still like your coffee in your morning, man, you can drink it with your coffee too, man.
Yeah,
So
for
go
sure,
ahead.
man.
Magic mind your way into a good day.
Yeah, man. Magic mind.
Magic mind.
Trust us. You're gonna love it.
You know it. Don't forget, FusionHaa 20.
Yeah, use that promo code. Don't say the FusionHaa podcast is never giving you anything.
That's right. And we out this thing. Ha! I know you like, damn, what?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, it's so like that. Like
Yeah.
hotcakes.
Man, I know that felt good.
It did. It made me feel good. And, you know, I've had people reach out and say like, hey, man, this made me remind me of my teddy bear, my blanket, like all those things. It felt good. But yeah, like I wrote it. I had a message to say like people can take it however they take it. But yeah, it's I think it's great. And to hear you guys love it so much makes me feel good.
Yeah, that was the first one actually.
Yeah.
That was the first one out of the ones that you blessed us with, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, dude, you know, this is nice.
Yeah, I really like the Alien Heroes. I was sitting there, I'm reading it, and okay, so I like storytelling too. I'm like a big like story person. Like I'm a big wrestling fan, big anime fan, so that's why I love both of those things, even though they're like.
Did you, before you continue, sorry not to cut you off, but did you like Ultimate Muscle?
Yes, I did, and I want to go back and watch it because now that I'm a fully immersed anime fan and wrestling fan, like I know I would really, really enjoy
I gotta
it.
do the same thing.
Yeah, but I would really love it. So
Three of us, man.
yeah, so I'm reading this and I'm like, man, like the way the panels and everything on the pages are set up, I was like, this looks like he is like trying to pitch this to a studio. Like that's the way I looked at it.
and I am.
And exactly. So something else I love about your comics is how you really put heartfelt messages at the end. Like you really just speak your heart and speak your truth at the bottom.
Yeah, at the end of them.
Yeah, at the end, man. That's really cool because it's like we get to know you.
The Alien Heroes?
Well, Teddy, like of all of them, you always put like a heart, like something from your heart.
Yeah, there's like a message at the end, like, hey. Yeah, so when I read this, I was like, wait, this is what he did. I'm like, this is good. Like, this is really good. So can you kind of explain, like, how do you come up with that idea? Because that Teddy and even Napoleon are so.
I got a moniker for you now. You're the DMX of comics.
Oh, DMX of comics. Why is that?
DMX of comics.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how you do a prayer at the beginning of an album or he got something in. You do that.
This song over here.
Man, you the DMX of comics, dude.
That's good.
Like, yeah, man, like thank my lady or whatever. Like, hey, shout out to Dookie Shoes and them. Yeah, shout out to them. Pookie, Ray Ray, Pumpkin, that stripper Cinnamon. Yeah, I seen you. I seen you, Cinnamon. I'm just playing. But you do that, and that's what's up, man. The love that you give. Because like now it's like we got this dope story, whether it's like, because Napoleon, I'm like, oh damn. But anyway, all the other ones is like, it's either got you feeling this type of way or, oh my God. And then you like, man, hey, you made this for her. I appreciate that. Thank you. Like you do that. And that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And keep it up. Because I don't see nobody else really doing it as often as you.
Yeah, thanks. No, thanks you. Yeah, like it's again, like I love Marvel, I love DC, but as of late, I feel like it's just even with the movies, it's just a cash grab. Like I'm always gonna love the movies, I'm always gonna go see them, but it's not coming from the heart. And you know, there's Image Comics, there's IDW. I'm a big Ninja Turtles fan, so I'm trying to get in that.
I just bought The Last Ronin. I just bought it.
The hardcover?
Yeah, it's just right here. I just bought the graphic novel the other day.
Did you read it?
No, I haven't. I have.
Oh, okay.
I read the first two books, but I haven't read the rest of them yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I was like,
I had to go hard collect. I got the issues, like each individual issue. I had to.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna wait for it to come out in the graphic novel. Like I have to wait now. I have.
You got the hardback.
Yeah,
too, bro.
I just bought it last weekend. I can't wait to read it.
Nice. No, yeah. So like I I lost my train of thought. What was the question again?
Oh no, I was basically asking you. So what was your idea? Like, how did you come up with the idea for
The Alien Heroes.
Alien Heroes, yeah.
Yeah, so it was so I graduated 2015, right? And then a mutual friend from high school was like doing his own thing because he was a year ahead of me. And he had like his own like studio thing, and like he was trying to like get people to create stuff. And then we somehow like got in contact with each other, and he was like, "Yo, let's create a cartoon. Like, can you write? Because I told him I'm a writer. That's what I want to do. And then he was like, "Yeah, create something with like aliens in it." And then I was like, "All right, I'll create something." So literally the next day, I was like, "Yo, I got something." I was like, "Here." Mind you, he wanted to make a cartoon, so this is not a comic book. So I had no idea I was going to do comics yet. And I wrote scripts, we had a plan, and it just fell through.
Wow.
He was doing his own thing. He was trying to build a brand for his like company. I was like, dude, if you don't want to do this, fine. But you know, I got to a point where I was like, I'm trying to get this done. I want to make this a thing. So in my head, I was like, let's make this cartoon. I wanted to hire an animator. Animators cost money.
Right.
I was able to hire an animator who was able to, I was able to afford it, like with what he paid me. I paid two different animators at two different times, and I was able to get like a little vignette and then another one, like little vignettes of the characters. But it was not enough. I wasn't able to tell my story. I was able to just see like, oh, this looks cool. And then I had another friend from high school who my cousin told me about. He was like, yo, he's an artist. He draws. I was like, we did the designs for the characters, but they looked a little more serious, not the way you see them now. If you remember in the Alien Heroes issue 0, in the back, you can see the evolution of all the characters. So and I was like, hey, can you do a storyboard for me? So this is like every year I felt like I'm going to turn this into a cartoon. I'm going to turn it into a cartoon. Then I shelved it. And then it was after my brother Teddy, I was like, oh, if I can do a comic book, I could just turn the vignettes that I had into a comic book because it was already designed that way.
Oh,
so the dude, he goes by Ghoul's Room on Instagram. His name is Tony. He lives here in New York and Long Island. I tapped him through Upwork, I believe it's called. That's like that website you can hire artists, animators, and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so like I found him through there. I was like, "Yo, your stuff is dope," and he was like, "Oh, you think you're gonna like the style?" I'm like, "Dude, this is how I see it." I was like, "This is Kids Next Door meets Men in Black. This is the show. Like this is what I want to do." And I've been pitching to I guess I'll say it, but this is not who I'm planning to, but I pitched to Nickelodeon. That's like a whole separate thing. And
dope.
I was like, obviously I didn't get it, but like their feedback and like it sucked to like not get picked up, but like told me like, yo, don't feel bad. It's like it takes like 20, 40 pitches to get cartoons done. I was like, all right, that makes me feel good. As someone who just has nothing with no background in like animation, or like I was able to get in front of these guys.
Yeah.
And you feel like what made me feel comfortable too is they were all Black people. They were all people of color. So
Cool.
it felt good to be pitching to them and not feel like, like less than or whatever. You guys know what I mean.
But or sometimes you're not going to be heard the way you want it to, or your things are going to be, misinterpreted.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So I pitched them like 3 times, and they were kind enough to let me pitch to them, even though I ain't the shit. I was just like some kid off LinkedIn. That's how I kind of like got them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that never happens. Long story short, I had like a free membership on LinkedIn, and I went through a list of animated companies and just connected with all of them and left them like messages. Out of all those people, like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Netflix, Hulu, one person responded with like, hey, we usually don't take unsolicited message, but it sounds like something dope. And I was like, no way. Dude reached back out and like got it. We made an appointment. I did the thing. I pitched them 3 times, didn't get it. So I'm here like, damn, like I gotta keep doing this pitch.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's gonna happen. But then after I did My Brother Teddy, I was like, oh, let me turn this stuff into a comic book. And then I looked back at old scripts. I was like, oh, this writing is horrible. It's atrocious. Mind you, this is from me in 2015. So I was just hyped. I was speaking writing the dialogue as like if this is how we spoke. I was like, no, this is trash. The ideas were dope. So I had to like kind of streamline it. And that's how I came up with issue 1.
Yeah.
Like a friend had the story, but I wrote the script out to it. And then I was like, let me just make 5 issues and turn it into a proof of concept. So when I do pitch again, I have these books and also have a fan base.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been trying to do. So in the last con, I've told people, I'm like, hey, I've been pitching to networks. Like, if you can help me build this fan base and, you know, promote and share, I can get this turned into a cartoon. So at the end of the day, I'm going to make this a cartoon. It's only going to be 5 issues. It's supposedly a self-contained story. And yeah, that's the way to go.
I have to say this. Did you hear what you just told us? Like the fact you just threw it out there, somebody picked it up, and you're like, okay, at the time what you said is shabby. So it's so good enough that no, don't do this. This sounds pretty interesting, and you know, okay, it didn't work out at the end of the day, but the fact that you or just some dude out there, you tried. And like, this is a lesson. I dig that story because this is a lesson. Like, hey, people, kids, whoever, just try. Throw your name out there. You never know. And then the fact that like you have enough talent then, so you're better now. Yeah. That somebody's seen that. That is amazing. And then the fact that like, dude, you talking to executives or not executives, but people who can help produce.
No, they were executives.
Oh, like, okay. So thanks for correcting.
Yeah.
So the fact that you did it, that's gems you're dropping. And it's like, dude, keep it freaking going.
Man, you should be proud of that, man.
It makes me, because like, you know what it is too? Like, I tell people, when it comes to people's passions, I kind of fell into this thing and I saw a video which kind of described the position I'm in. Like, you know, I work in an Apple store. So it's a good job. It's not bad, but it's not fulfilling.
I understand.
But I tell people your 9 to 5 is a tool. Use that finance.
Yep.
To create your passion.
You looking at it.
That's why you here, homie.
Yeah, you looking at it.
So the 3 of us doing the same thing.
Yep.
It's just different format. And then you say you do a podcast. So what the hell? You know, you still you doing the same thing we're doing.
It's just like keep doing it, and then like the goal is, you know, I have some goals here and there, and you know, making a cartoon, writing with artists that I've looked up to, maybe direct. I do want to write and direct a movie one day. I'll probably be as old as George R.R. Martin, but I don't want to be that old. I want to be now and enjoy my life as well.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, you're right. I keep doing it because it's like I had the same mantras. Like, what do you have left to lose? Like, what they don't respond, they don't respond. Like, that's it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
So, in my notes, as I was reading this, I was like, I would read it verbatim. This could be on Nickelodeon. That's exactly what I said.
This could be there so I can edit it in there.
This could be on Nickelodeon. That's exactly what I said. That this could be on there. Yeah. Because I was sitting there looking at it, I was like, because I was gonna ask you, I was like, so where would you want to pitch this to? Like, if you had to take this somewhere, where would you go? This could be on Nickelodeon in my eyes. It fits it.
Yeah, again, because you know, grew up with I didn't grow up with like those channels because I didn't really have cable, so I knew about it from my cousin's house and like my babysitter's house. But like, you know, I love Kids Next Door, and I you know, not having cable, I watched Men in Black on Kids WB. So like I can see it on like a Cartoon Network. Unfortunately, Cartoon Network doesn't really exist anymore. But you know, on the Cartoon Network, a Nickelodeon, a Netflix, because I think of Voltron. I love that series. But honestly, anyone that would be willing to hear the story, like, you know, I also went through this kind of like, I'm going through like a rediscovery of my roots as well. I like, you know, my main character Arby. I'm trying to. He's for those who don't know, the Alien Heroes is about the kid Martian Arby. If you are hearing this for the first time, he's a black kid. Well, he's a Martian who turned into a black kid. Think of like a young Martian Manhunter.
It is.
And I want to kind of infuse Martian culture with Haitian culture. and
Okay.
just
Okay.
kind of tell a story with that, because Haiti is like, what Wakanda, Haiti should have been Wakanda, but like it's just because the other countries kept touching it, messing it up, it didn't get to be what it could be today. So I kind of want to throw that in the alien heroes.
Oh, that'd be deep.
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
about to say
deep.
what you
Yeah.
said.
Oh,
Sound deep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I wanted to be silly too, but it is deep.
Yeah, but those are the best cartoons, man. That, like, if you look at Teen Titans, like the OG Teen Titans, like,
Yeah.
it had its silly moments, but it got deep. Like,
Yeah.
if you look at Robin, he had PTSD from fighting Slade.
Yeah, he did.
Slade was slapping his kid around.
Did you guys watch the Ninja Turtles, the 2012 version on Nickelodeon?
Yes.
No, I didn't watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that to me, like deep like that, or
Yeah.
even Adventure Time. Sometimes it has its deep moments.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like just one thing, his dad was not a good dad.
I'm about to say that was an episode after he lost his arm with his dad, dude. That dude wanted to murder him, dude. I was like, yo!
Yeah.
And Princess Bubblegum kind of like got him off that phone, like that same episode. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like this, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because this is deep.
And it's
like,
deep stuff that show up later too, but it's like you got to get through it. But like I told you, Adventure Time is a really good show. Like even in its opening, you saw there was a nuclear holocaust over here. It's like, it's just
what the hell?
Stuff happened.
Around somewhere, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. I want this to be a thing, and I hope to. So I'm planning to do a Kickstarter for it as well. For issue 2. I'll send you guys like the images so you can see what I have. I only have the covers. The cover for issue 2 and the variant as well.
Okay.
Do you guys know? Have you seen Ghost Dog?
Ghost Dog with Forrest Whitaker.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you
that.
No! Oh wow!
Oh no!
I gotta look this up.
That movie's crazy.
I gotta look this up.
I could not. Forrest Whitaker being a ninja, bro. Like, I couldn't do it.
But the thing is, it's not my favorite. It's not like my favorite.
Yeah, of course.
Movie as of late, but the movie works except for one thing, and I think we could be on the same page. Is what he does with the sniper gun. Well, other than that, the movie works.
Hey, sometimes
it takes me out of the movie. I was like,
I'm sorry. Have you ever had a moment that you just walk out the movie theater and just walk out the movie?
No, you did?
No. So I would never go watch that in the movie. You're kidding me? But no, I went to go. I was watching Percy Jackson, the second one, whatever the second Percy Jackson was, and that movie was so like bad. Like the first one was really good, really good. But there's something about the second one, like we talked about before. It lacked the magic. It lacked the passion. It was just empty. So I'm sitting there watching this. I'm like, I'm gonna leave now. Bye. This is bad.
So you feel that way with Ghost Dog?
Yeah. Oh, Ghost Dog.
It's not, again. It's not like a perfect movie. It's enjoyable, but I just hate that scene with the sniper gun. It's just like
Tubi movie before Tubi, bro. There you go.
I have to see this, guys.
It was on there for a moment because I was trying to watch it again.
Oh yeah.
But it's on Max right now.
Oh, okay. Oh man, you got it. You got my Max. Go ahead and watch that. Just don't watch it on mine, please.
You're gonna see once you see that scene, it's gonna take you out of it. You're like, whoa. Like, why do you do all that?
Why is he?
It's an hour and 56 minutes. The way of the samurai.
Oh yeah, buddy.
What in the hell?
Oh yeah.
Bro, Forrest Whitaker.
He got braids, dude.
He braided up. What?
Yo, when did this is 1999? How did I miss this?
Hey, be thankful you lived your life. You lived a full good life without seeing that movie.
Yo, this cover.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's definitely guilty.
Oh, I'm about to put this on the podcast. I gotta get this cover.
Man.
Dude, look at this cover.
Yeah, I know. Quit showing me. I don't want to see it. Okay.
Oh shoot! I'm about to say this for the podcast.
One side question before we jump into Napoleon. Do you have another guilty pleasure movie that you like to watch? You know it's bad. You know you shouldn't watch it, but you watched it anyway.
Oh, I'm saving this.
I don't. It's not necessarily. I don't have guilty pleasures because if I know a movie is gonna be bad, so first of all, like when the trailer comes out, I watch the trailer. I'm like, this is gonna be bad. I don't watch multiple trailers because then it's like it gives away the movie. As of the last 10, 15 years, they're horrible with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially Marvel and DC, they just give away the movie.
Yeah.
I don't have a guilty pleasure. I just watch good movies. It's good to watch bad movies, but because you're doing it on purpose. But I don't go sit there. I'm like, oh no, this is a good movie, and then try to defend it, like, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, a lot of people doing that nowadays.
Yeah, like, and then look, and I'm the type of person where it's like to each his own. Because one day, if I write a movie and it's trash, I don't want. Well, critics are always gonna trash a movie, but like you see a movie despite what the critics are saying.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
There are movies out there that I'm like, oh, this is a good movie, and then it's like you see the critics give it like a 40, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like you go back and watch Man of Steel, like it deserves more. Like,
man, you're not lying.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. That to me, that's the best Superman movie.
I agree.
It's the best. It's the best.
So it's like, and I can get into a whole rant. And if you ever find an episode in my podcast, we go on mini rants and we go on tangents. That's like our thing.
Yeah.
And I defend that movie a lot, and I even defend Zack Snyder's Justice League, not the trash we got in theaters.
Excuse me.
That's a different conversation.
Okay. Well, wow.
Damn,
I found your guilty pleasure movie. Okay, cool.
Okay, so there we go. Okay.
I'm gonna just lean on out, grab the frame.
Let
y'all go at it. Oh,
but no. But the Snyder cut is fire. Snyder cut's good. There's only one scene in there that's crazy is when the women are singing the Aquaman. I was laughing the whole time.
You know, so little anecdote. So first, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Zack Snyder's movie, not the one that was.
Yeah, we seen that together. And it was like that's dodo.
So, the writer Chris Terrio for Zack Snyder, I met him in the store.
Oh wow!
And then like I told him like I was like, yo, dude, like I love Zack Snyder's Justice League. It was really dope. He was like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, but I don't know about that that singing, like what you said, the women singing. He's like, I don't know why we had to put it in. I'm like, and he explained to me it was like something about the Netherlands, ancients. I was like, okay, that was weird. He thought it was weird too, but he wrote it, so he worked with Zack Snyder. So.
Yeah,
but it was cool. It was a nice little thing to meet him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh, wow.
Man, I know one of my guilty pleasure movies is the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie.
Oh, the Winnie the Pooh horror one. It's a horror
so
movie.
it's like a Winnie the Pooh, like a horror movie.
Oh yeah, the new one. Yeah, it came out. Okay.
Oh, absolutely terrible movie. It's bad. It's bad. But me and my kids watched. So I started just watching like the scenes where they were like the people were getting murdered. Cause I wanted to see how it would look, but I would just laugh because it was so bad. I'm like, you know what? I gotta watch this now, and I'm seeing that movie. Like it was what it was supposed to be. Just like you mentioned before, like. Sometimes you just know like what the movie's gonna be.
Yeah, and the thing is like, for people that like you see the movie and it's like, all right, I'm not gonna watch it again. Right. But there are movies that you might watch again because you like it.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. Just to cap it off, because I know we're trying to get into the Napoleon, but yeah, the Alien Heroes just trying to do a Kickstarter for part 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to pull on heartstrings with 4 and 5 issue. So it's gonna be a total of 5 issues, 4 and 5.
Cool.
It plays in my head all the time. I'm just like, I gotta tell people this story.
If you do that Kickstarter, man, people will come. They're gonna come.
Met somebody, who done the same thing, got this stuff done like quick, and you already got products out there. And he did the same thing too. Mm-hmm. I'd say his name Patrick Hickey Jr. And he's actually a New York native too.
Yep.
So yeah. We'll talk more about him if we can work something together later on. But that being said, he did the same thing to even start his company up and like. Man, he is flying.
Yep.
He is flying. And if you do the same thing, man, I believe you would do the same. You would do the same thing. And in the fact, you say you go to cons, right? Like you have like 2 times you had like your own.
This past one in Orlando, MegaCon was my second one, which is as big as New York and LA cons. Which was very overwhelming, but it was exciting, not like in a bad way. Like I enjoyed it.
Right.
Got to meet a lot of cool people. Connect with a lot of cool people. I got to meet Scott Snyder, which I've been trying to meet forever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like long story short, he was doing a signing in Barnes & Noble here in New York, And this was years ago. I was like, my boy was like, yo, he's doing a signing. I was like, yo, can you take my comic? You just get it signed for me. And he went and did it. And my friend told him that I'm trying to like write comics. At the time, I didn't have any books. That was just like a dream that I wanted to do. Because, you know, at the time you're like, oh, how do you get into DC or Marvel? You know, those people have regular jobs. You're a professor or you're working in the New York Times.
Right.
But yeah, Scott Snyder signed it. He said good luck, because he basically said, like, you know, there needs to be more young bloods in the comic game, and, you know, just keep on writing. And I just held that, you know, to close. Like, you know, I'm like, damn, you know, I never thought I would be able to meet him. And this was like, you know, my wife, shout out to her, because she stood online. Because I was like, I'm not gonna stand online on this. I'm a vendor. I could just go up to him and just give him my book. I was like, I can't do that. My wife is like, I'll stay on the line. And I was like, damn, you really gonna do that? And she stayed on the line.
That's love right there.
Yeah, right? I was like, wife of the year. Wife forever, if anything.
Yeah.
And you know, I got there, I got my brother Teddy, I got Napoleon, and then I was like, yo, like, this is free. Like, I didn't want to sign anything. I was like, yo, I want you to have these, like, because I'm like, I told him the story I just told you guys. I was like, yo, I was supposed to meet you, never got. He was like touched by it. And I was like, yo, this is story. I signed my book. I was like, here, you can have it. And he was like, it means so much. And he basically was like, yo, we need to connect. And I was like, yo, what? Like, it felt really good to, like, because he wanted to critique my, like, he's like, yo, I can critique your future stuff if you ever. I was like, bro,
wow.
I didn't even know what to say to that.
Wow.
Thank you, I bet.
Yeah, like,
that came out of my mouth, but still didn't know what to say.
Of course, after that, it's like, how do you follow through with that? Thank you.
I guess. Thanks.
Yeah, no, that's how you feel.
Oh, internally, for real.
Yeah. So it was a dope con. That felt really good.
Dope, man.
Like, I didn't know he was gonna be here. He was 10 feet away from me.
Oh man, that's
dope.
Man, hey, this is just like evidence that this is fate for you, man.
Of course.
This is fate for you.
Of course.
You're just telling us these stories, and I'm like, man, the dots are
connected like a song.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Oh man.
Fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
Man.
What the, you know? Yeah. Like, hey, keep going, man. That's all I'm gonna keep telling you. Keep going. Because, like, I like how you mentioned Napoleon. Let's go ahead and segue right there to Napoleon.
So Napoleon, oh man.
I read
that a
couple days ago, actually.
No,
I took off Thursday. I had to go to the doctor. So I was like, hey, while I wait, I'll read it, right? And then, you know, I had to get my DOT physical, too. So I went to 2 doctors that day, and I just started reading and everything like that. And I'm like, yo, this stuff is deep, and what in the heck is going on?
Yeah, man, please elaborate.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, Kami was here, and all the angels, and then it's like, yo, it's a lot going on. It's a black guy who whoops some ass. There's another.
He decapitated somebody. That was straight fatality mode over there.
Yeah, so that one is my more, like, adult oriented, like.
Yeah. You can tell.
Yeah.
Oh, the curse words too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wrote, the last book I self-published, but basically my first comic book script that I wrote. Well, technically, I wrote a spec script for Ninja Turtles, but that's another conversation I give you guys. But this was, so it was like 2017. I always remember. So it's a story that comes full circle. So at the time, my wife was seeing my girl. She was my girlfriend, or she wasn't my girlfriend. She was a girl I was seeing. But I guess she was like going through her own situation, and then we dated for like 2 months, and I was like really feeling her. I was like, oh, she's really cool. But at the same time, my mom was getting sick. So my wife, now girlfriend at the time, was just like, I can't do this. Like, she'd have to figure out home things. Like, you know, no fault to, like, there's no blame there.
Right.
And then my mom was getting sick. So I didn't know what to do with my emotions. I was like, that whole summer, 2017, I was just depressed. Didn't know what to do.
Wow.
I also like felt defeated, because I was like, damn, like, if I'm gonna feel like this, like, what's the point of me writing? You know, like, why am I gonna chase this dream that, like, you know, black kid from Washington Heights, which not a lot of people know about. When you hear New York, you think of like Manhattan, like Times Square, or the Bronx being the bad place that it is. It's really not. It has its, like most places, it has this problem. Places are dangerous, but it's just, it has that, it's been vilified, if anything.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm here like, yeah, what a black kid like me in a place where no one's gonna know who I am. And that was just a whole summer. And then my mom just, she had like kidney failures,
Wow.
and it sucks because you graduate school, you have all this debt, and then you're just like things are not looking up for you. And then one day, you guys seen Spider-Man 2, like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, mom was sitting on the couch. I popped it in because I was just like, I'm gonna just watch this movie. And I've seen the movie before, but I was like, let me just watch it again. And then there's like a scene where Aunt May is talking to Peter Parker. And I was like, damn. She said something like, not verbatim, but like something about never giving up, like a hero gotta stand up when they fall. I was like, bruh. That's when the brain started percolating. Like, it was just like, I gotta write something. And then the idea of Napoleon started to take form. And then I took my phone out, put notes on my phone. I was like, this is going to be issue 1, this is going to be issue 2, this is going to be issue 3. Then I opened the notes and I just had beat outlines. And I just said, Napoleon's going to have this ability. I was like, who's going to be the bad guy? I was going to be like, humanity. Why not make it humanity be the bad guy, And my best friend's gamer tag. I'm so used to saying gamer tag. My best friend's handle on IG is Loose Leaf Hero. So that's when I was like, his ability is anything he draws comes to life. So that's when I was like, that's when things started put together. And then, I had to put all my emotions on paper. So, this is something I can control. So there you see, not to spoil it for the people listening, but at the end, this person dies. It's supposed to represent like how me controlling this death keeps my actual mom alive. So it's just like,
oh wow.
So like that was just something, which sucks because authors are technically gods of their stories. So I'm taking a life to, so it felt weird. Deep. But it's just like, I had to put it on paper. And so this is going to be a total of 6 issues. So I'm like, there's a message here, and it's just basically never giving up. Because you see Napoleon in the beginning, he lost someone, and in issue 2 you see that in the first page. I took a note from that movie Up.
Yeah, okay.
I give our hard hit in the beginning. Dude loses the person he most loves, and he's just depressed for a long time. And you see he's already been doing his heroic acts, as you saw from the book, but he has to kind of get back into it. He doesn't even know that the angels are taking over the planet. They're like this large terrorist group, and he's just being lazy with his powers. He's like, I'm gonna create this man in black.
I like to say is like, he's like down in the dumps, drinking like a son of a bitch.
Because he can do a lot. He can create a lot of things. He can draw.
And what you gave us is like it's a small sample size, and you're guessing, but at the same time you just see him just jacked up, him and who he with, and it's like, dang, that's crazy. Damn.
And then the little girl, she's the heart of the story. Like I
really, you can kind of tell.
Yeah, like she's kind of like, because I made her like she's into comic books. She loves reading anime.
Yes.
She loves reading it, and this takes place in the future, so there's not a lot of books. So she's on a tablet. She's reading comics through there.
And she like the actual like to hold them. And she's like super grateful to Napoleon about that too. And like hey, I'm gonna at least clean this room up. I got you. Yeah. And I was like, that's beautiful, man.
Damn. That took some time. I've revised that. I have like 4 versions of each issue.
Wow.
I went to a writing workshop a couple of times before COVID. I was going like a couple of times a week or a couple of times a month. And they helped me polish issue 1, and that also sat in my computer, because that's the last book that I got self-published. That I released in 2023. Really? Yeah. Damn. And I did a Kickstarter for issue 2. I'm halfway done with the drawings with the artist as well. So
that is dope.
Yeah, man.
Man, you are a man of many talents, man. Man, you're a great storyteller. Man, what do you call him, a curator?
Oh yeah, curator.
Yeah, you're a curator.
You gather people together.
The writing. What is it? You said something DMX.
You're DMX of writing, dude. You got this in like, shout out to everybody, and thank God, thank this. You like, accepting an award for people reading your product, and it's like, damn, no, thank you. You blessed the world with your art.
Yeah.
But not just that, man. Like I said, you already doing stuff that, you know. I mean, I know you want to go like deeper than that, actually, like make cartoons and movies and whatnot. Which keep fucking shoot for the stars. Hey, shoot for the stars. Stop on the moon and take a piss and keep it going, homie.
Yeah, keep it
going. But yeah, man. But at the end of it, it's like, yeah, I like to thank Jesus and. Man, hey, them dudes down the street, man, them dudes at the bodega, man, hook me up with them, was that chopped cheese sandwich?
Chopped cheese.
You know, what's the, you know, dab it, man. Them dudes on the block, man, I dab it with, man. I got my Lucky Pellet Tims, like to thank them too. And it's like, damn, New York jokes. You know, hopefully
no, I got you.
Yeah.
If you look at the Alien Heroes issue 1, you see RB holding a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yep.
That's my thing. I'm a bacon, egg, and cheese guy. Like that's like, you know how people have like their coffee. That's my coffee.
Yeah.
Word.
Every day.
Okay. Not mad at that at all.
I gotta throw some vegetables in there, but you know.
We all do, but it sucks. But it's like, I got
like,
to.
fine. Eat this stupid piece of broccoli. Yeah. So Francois, so with your comics, what's your overall goal? Like, where do you see yourself taking your comics and your company? Really, like, where do you see yourself going? Like, what is your I don't want to say end game, but what's your, your short-term goal?
It's kind of like, I guess I have that like philosophy of like kind of how like Luffy is when it comes to becoming the king of the pirates. I'm like, I keep going until I'm dead. I don't have a company. I just want to write. Like I just want to get my books in publishing, houses. Like you guys, I'm sure you guys know of The Antagonist by Tyler Martin. God Comics.
I'm totally clueless. I'm like,
please,
fill
us in.
A black-owned company called Godhood Comics. His most popular story is The Antagonist. There's 6 issues out now. Okay. I'm trying to get Napoleon in there because I'm like, a publishing house called Godhood Comics. Napoleon gotta be there.
Oh yeah, that just sounds
dude, God creating like other things. But anyway, there's no end goal. I guess I have tiers. Like one of my dreams is to get my Ninja Turtles comic created. And I think I would have been like, I finally made it. Like I did it. But ultimately, I want my work to just do what most work do, like spark hope, bring the world towards peace a little bit. Any little thing I can help push that rock. And yeah, ultimately be renowned for my work. Like, I don't want to I'm not looking to be like super rich. Like I want to be comfortable, obviously, but I just want to, I think someone said it best. I think it was Steve McQueen or I think it was a black director. It was another director. Someone said like, I just want to have time to read. I want to have time to watch anime. I just want to have time. And with books, I want to have time to just daydream. And that's where my handle is Sky Surfer. Like I just want to daydream all the time. I just want to create my work. Keep doing that until I'm not here.
Yeah, man. Damn, that's dope.
Admirable, admirable goal.
Man. I also believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is a belief of mine. I think you conjure stuff to reality by either thinking it or speaking it. You seem like the type of dude because you just talk the stories you telling us. It's like, dude, this is like once in a lifetime things that's happening, and you know what I'm saying? Like this don't happen to everybody.
Yeah, no.
It seems like it happened to you, and you really want it, and you're super passionate about it. Space up the stories because and the reason I say that I can say this like with pride is because same things happened to us. Like we had an interview. I can't say the name because it ain't out for reasons.
I got you.
But I spoke that into existence with my wife, right? And it happened. And like other things that like either this man or myself said or we strive for, it came to reality. And as time passed, it's just climbing more and more and more. So of course we got to step our game up more and more and more. That's why I feel bad about like I'm gonna figure out how to edit this perfectly.
Nah, I got it.
Trust me. If not, just leave it as is.
I'm trying to get on TikTok, but that's just take a time.
Yeah, and so like I mean I think I got away. It's probably gonna take me a little more work, but I mean, like this work, the editing, like the hard work of editing, because dude, like you drop gems, and You're the second guy. It's funny. It's comic book guys, right?
Yep. They're
You're
the New Yorkers.
You New York. You New York comic book dudes. How the fuck do you do it? It's amazing. Yeah, that's my cursing right now, right? Y'all do it, and so I really believe that you like you speak this stuff into existence because, like, you know what I said, like the tongue can conjure, good or bad. So either that or you just that powerful within. It's like it's the God in you, bro. I don't know, that sounds weird, but I mean, if it sounds weird, that's whatever. But I truly believe that.
No, I appreciate that, man. Like, you know, there are times again, I'm still. I'm still human. Like, I'm not from here. No, but I do feel the imposter syndrome sometimes. I do feel like I'm not where I'm at, where I need to be. But I'm like, you know, it's gonna be there. Because, like, again, I can say 5 years ago I didn't have these books. These books that you see took me 3 years to make. You know, like, I know I'm not gonna be like DC or Marvel pumping out books every week. You know, I know that I'm a one-man army. But, you know, if people keep believing in it, slowly but surely it'll tick. I'm not getting sales like I would love to get, like, you know, someone discovering my book, but that's why I decided to start doing cons. So, like, when I did Tampa Bay Comic-Con, I had no expectation. When I did MegaCon, I was a little nervous because I was like, oh man, I gotta do better than that. Like, now there is a what's the word I'm looking for? There's something to compare it to. I'm like, oh, I have to kind of exceed that.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Okay. All right, man. So now let's get to some fun stuff. So when you sent us your email to message you, I saw your email. I'm like, this is a man of culture. 3D2Y. I see what you did there. I see what you did.
Yeah.
So, man, can you tell us what's like one of the first animes that you ever watched? Because I feel like your stuff is really inspired by it. Has some anime themes in there.
First anime I ever watched, it would have to be between Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. Well, Dragon Ball Z and Sailor Moon, maybe a mix of Dragon Ball.
The goats.
It's so I'm 31. 31. I was born in 92. So, like,
I was thinking, like, how was this guy? Okay.
Yeah. No, well, you guys said you had kids. I was like, well, we probably are the same age, so we're like in that.
Yeah, I'm 36.
Yeah, and I'm 38.
One of my best friends, one of my close friends is 38 or 39. Yeah.
Okay.
We're damn near 40. Anyway,
You don't look it. That black don't crack.
Yeah, and thank you.
You guys don't look it.
You think Tommy don't say that?
You said it doesn't make me the least bit happy.
Nah, man. What? Appreciate it though for the end of the day. So wow, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, because I remember my mom used to take me to my babysitter's house. So it was like across the hall from our apartment.
Right.
And it was early in the morning because that's when my mom and dad would go to work. And early in the morning, in the middle of the night, you got the Zoids, you got the sometimes it from Adult Swim bleeding into like the more younger oriented shows. So I used to like kind of sleep to that. Like, I used to go into the next room and that would be on. And that would put me to sleep till it was time to go to school again.
Yeah. Okay. So what's one of your current favorite animes that you're watching right now?
Oh, it's always One Piece.
Always One Piece.
I will never say it's better than anything else. So I'll tell you this. So I've been watching / reading One Piece since I was 12.
Okay.
So I first discovered it on 4Kids, like most people.
Okay.
Of course.
The theme song is dope. I don't care what anyone says.
Don't give it up, Luffy.
Yeah.
You know, they edited. They made the dude who did the rap made the whole thing up to the current crew member.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look it up. It's dope.
Oh, I'm looking that up when it's done. I'm not gonna lie.
It sparked something in me, and
wow.
I kind of model my life after how like Luffy is doing his stuff. I always say, man, I'm in my 2-year time skip. I'm like, this is all it is. Like, I tend to just model my life on that. Favorite, and then it's always gonna be One Piece. I read it, and I watch it. I breathe One Piece. Like even if it's not canon, I've seen all the movies. When we had to work and before Crunchyroll, I had to find it, watched it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I even read the side story. I get all that stuff.
Okay, I've seen some of the movies. I haven't watched them all.
Oh man, even the OVAs, I've taken it all in. The only thing I haven't gotten into are the gaming cards, but I don't want to get into it because then that's going to get into the Funko Pop collecting to sell kind of mentality. I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I have this there. I'm waiting for my friend to give me a Gear 5, Gear 5th Funko Pop, but that's just me collecting because I like Luffy.
Yeah.
But and then my short series that I like is it falls between Cowboy Bebop and Wolf's Rain. Wolf's Rain is one of my favorite short anime.
Okay. Wolf's Rain. I've heard about that. I've never seen it, but I've heard.
Yeah, not a lot of people are aware of it, but it's the same, not director, but I believe writer who did Cowboy Bebop. That might be correct. Yeah, because the director did Samurai Champloo and Bebop. And
God, I was hoping you say Samurai Champloo. That's my shit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh
course.
yeah, I was watching that Thursday morning, man.
Yeah.
Woke up too early in the morning. Watched that, turn it on, fell asleep to it, and woke up back to it. I was like, that's still a classic.
Oh man, so good. So man, 26 episodes, that sweet spot, man. You could tell a great story in 26. Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo masters that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Kids on a Slope?
Kids on a Slope?
No, sir.
A good series as well. It's a realistic, it's no sci-fi, no fantasy, but it's a slice of life, coming of age, directed by the same dude. It's about kids coming together, playing jazz. And they use like real jazz, music from like Moanin' by Art Blakey and all that. It's good. That's how I got it. Like I like jazz, but that kind of amplified my love for it.
Okay.
It's a good. Definitely check out his that director's work.
Okay, man.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. One Piece is one of my favorite animes. I'm not gonna lie. I got into One Piece later when I was younger, the 4Kids version. I couldn't really get into it. I didn't really care for pirates like that. So I never gave One Piece a chance, but I was going to anime conventions and comic book conventions, and everybody was talking about One Piece. It's so good. So I'm like, all right, let me try it again. Man, it was game over. I watched every episode. I've read every manga. Man, I am obsessed with One Piece. It is funny you say.
Didn't you start like 2016 or late 2015?
Yeah.
He started and I just started last year actually.
Oh,
and you say you try to live your life like Luffy's, but I like the way you said it. Your way is different because I try to live that way too, and that is. I want to try to be as free as possible. Like I don't want to.
That's exactly it. I want to be as free as possible.
Yeah, I want to
feed and play video games. I haven't played my PS5 in so long.
Yeah. I just played mine. Yeah, I haven't played mine in a couple of weeks. I just played it. We were just playing Tekken right before we came in here, and that was the first time I played. I was like, oh man, this is so cool. I'm so happy. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I really like Luffy as a main character. He's one of my favorites. I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, of course.
Oh,
that's
Full Metal Alchemist. Both series are great, but Brotherhood, obviously, the canon is GOAT.
Of course.
So good.
I'm actually rewatching it again.
Wow!
I have to have my rewatches. Like Full Metal just kind of hit that in my head. It was like it's time, and it's like okay, I gotta watch it again.
It might be there. I might be there too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because I rewatched Samurai Champloo. I rewatched Cowboy Bebop. Of course. I kind of slacked off, but like Outlaw Star, like those are the ones that I'm just like.
I started back over last year and I stopped.
Oh, Outlaw Star.
That dude, you can't. Oh my God! If they ever remake it, those I guys told you last summer. Them graphics gonna be crisp.
Oh yeah, crisp.
Oh, that art gonna be crisp. Man.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Don't change too much. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh, and Attack on Titan too. That's Attack on Titan is what to me now that it's completely over.
You know, I haven't seen the last 2 episodes yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it's the greatest. It's one of the greatest animes that's ever existed. It is up there with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood to me. That's where Attack.
I wouldn't say no to that. Yeah, I would agree with you if I knew the ending.
Yeah,
but I'm sure it had a good ending.
Why haven't you watched the last couple episodes?
I just haven't. So because correct me if I'm wrong. I've watched everything, but the last ones are like what, an hour long.
They're long.
So yeah, I don't mind the time. It's just like if I ever be like, oh, let me finally see this. I haven't been spoiled yet, but it's just time.
Really? Oh, you're a lucky man.
But I haven't seen nothing like that
Man,
either.
they
though.
were
And,
going-
like people like throw that shit out. So
Man,
you was
they-
in the right
oh,
circle.
they were going crazy.
Even on social media, like people were going crazy. But I think this is around the same time you got the Demon Slayers, the Jujutsu Kaisens.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
my feed, I purposely do a lot of One Piece stuff, so I'm not getting that feed.
Smart.
You're
So it's just I'm up to date. So if I see something One Piece, I'm not bothered by it.
Yeah.
Smart to trick the algorithm.
Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah, because they were going crazy on Attack on Titan.
It's either that
I
or
haven't-
Marvel stuff.
You say I'm sorry?
No, I said it's either that or like Marvel DC stuff.
Marvel? Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
Man,
yeah.
Marvel, I don't know about y'all, but this last series of Marvel things, like,
Oh, you're talking about the MCU.
Yeah,
the
Phase
MCU.
4 sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
I have not been in a rush to watch anything. The only thing that I've kind of started watching, like, oh, okay, it's not bad, but I didn't rush back to watch it. So how good was it? Was the Marvels movie? Like,
Marvel's hit all the notes. It's just what's annoying to me is me being more hyped for the end credit scene than the movie.
my
Damn.
God. That's
'Cause when you
crazy.
see it, you're gonna be like, you're gonna get hyped.
Yeah, like,
But
for the
then-
next thing. Yeah, like,
But
yay.
the thing is, when am I gonna see more of that thing? And I don't want to say it because you guys haven't finished it,
Okay,
right?
I know I haven't seen. I plan on watching in between because it's on Disney Plus now. I just found that out
Yeah.
today, so I may watch it tomorrow. Actually, I'm probably gonna
It's,
check it out.
again, it's not a bad movie. It just doesn't
Yeah.
have the same passion as the first two phases.
Yeah,
You know,
None of them had.
It was for me. It was Spider-Man, and I was hoping for Doctor Strange to be good, but it wasn't. For me, it was just Spider-Man.
You don't think? Well, a lot of people did complain about this.
Yeah,
last
I like
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
I was cool
it
with
was.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different.
It felt like a classic Spider-Man movie, obviously, because it was Raimi who directed it. So it was like I was like, oh, but there were things missing in it. And then the way they, I guess they said they killed her off, but I think she's such a good character. It's just these decisions that are being made are annoying.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say it. Like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. You too. It's got kind of political on certain stuff like that.
Oh,
you know,
okay. So I'll say
Shiro thing,
I'll
and
say
that's not
that.
me.
So
saying
no, you're not wrong. I'll say it better. It's a lot of pandering.
there you go. Thank you.
Yeah,
You got a lot of that on there.
Like,
Especially
did you
on
guys
She-Hulk.
ever see the? So this is not the movies. This is the comic books. Did you ever see the What If Miles Morales was Thor? Have you?
No. What's
So-
that about?
Written by a half Jewish, half Mexican guy, I believe.
That's a combination.
Using it's a weird combination, but I'm not gonna judge because love is love.
No, hey, trust me. I explain how that
He
happened.
wrote the story, and the dialogue that these people were using, I was like, no black guy's gonna say that.
Oh.
Like, I'll say this line, and go find this. Go find the book, read it somewhere. By Odin's Fade.
What happened?
Keep talking.
No.
That was the line?
No.
Oh, there was more. Oh, my God.
Wow, Owen's fade. Oh no, bro. No.
Black folks don't be talking about no other guys like that, bro.
No. I wish.
So when you get the chance, I read the whole thing.
Wow.
I got the idea of what they were trying to do, but I'm like, why didn't you have a black person write that? Or there should have been a black executive to tell you no. Like, no one talks like that.
Well, they just have one black person in the room, maybe, to be like, "Hey, is this
We
cool?"
know when no black
By Owen's
people in the
fade, we
building.
ain't saying that.
We in the building. If they heard it, like, hey, you give me the black janitor, like, hey, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Keep
Keep
it
on
going.
going.
No. Ball for the floor. Hell no.
Not the black janitor.
Hey, my dude. He buffing. Hell no, and they keep on going.
No, if you guys ever get the chance, it's only one issue. Go find it, read it.
I'll
You're
find
gonna
it. I just want to look and laugh. I just want to laugh one time.
Yeah.
Huh.
I got my Marvels
But,
app.
but that's what
I'll
I'm trying
find
to
it.
say. It's a lot of pandering. Look, I love like for example, Black Widow should have had her own movie.
Yeah.
But they shoehorned that in, and that you're just pandering. You're like, hey, we got a
woman superhero.
a woman superhero movie. I'm like, well, yeah, DC did it first with Wonder Woman. Like when it comes to the
first one's
movie
dope.
first. Like,
Yeah.
I love the first movie. The second one didn't like it.
Most people didn't.
Then there's a lot of pandering going on. It's not done with a lot of genuine stuff. Like I remember one time in the comics, they were just like, we have a queer Captain America. And I got tight because, first of all, Captain America, Steve Rogers is one of my favorite heroes. You know, people ask me, like, why don't you like Black Panther versus? I'm like, I've never been a rich king of a land. I've been a poor kid in the city of New York. So I can relate to Captain America more. And I have this kind of moral compass. Not saying Black Panther doesn't have a good moral compass. I just never been a rich dude with a whole country behind my back. But there was a queer Captain America. Different, not Steve Rogers, is a different person. And this was the time for during I was like Pride Month. But I'm like, why don't you just make a character that's a gay superhero? Or, you know, make an original character and stop slapping the name. I remember someone was like, hey, Captain America's black now. I was like, no, that's still Falcon. He can't. Why would you take that identity away from him? He's always been Falcon.
You know, it was a podcast from a comedian. This like the early years of his podcast. Y'all know comedian Godfrey? Yeah. The Nigerian comedian. The dude, you seen Soul Plane, right?
Yes.
The African co-pilot was Snoop.
Okay.
That's Godfrey.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, that's fine. He this is like, it had to be like 4 years ago. He had his Asian co-host. His name is Andre Kim. He used to be on that show. And they were talking about Amadeus Cho. I don't know if you remember that name. Because I know you read comics. The Asian Hulk, right? So they have an Asian Hulk. And his name is Amadeus Cho. And so Godfrey asked him, how you feel about that, man? And he was like, why the fuck they do that? And he was like, dude, why you just make a freaking Asian superhero instead of just taking a we're going to, instead of Bruce Banner, we're going to make him Asian now, who's a Hulk. And it's like, dude, why the fuck we just didn't make a fucking Asian guy as a superhero, his own thing? And I say the same thing a lot too. It's funny that you say that. Yeah. Because it's damn, quit like changing characters, whole thing or whatever, man. Like, for example, Miss America, you know, she's lesbian. She's a Latina lesbian. Okay, that's original. You know, they ain't just changed somebody that we've seen since the 60s and go, oh, well, they're gay now. Or they're like, black now. Or they're a woman now. For example, like Superman's son, Jonathan Kent. Right.
Like he comes out as, I believe he's bi, but that's something that they worked in and is written by a queer person. So it's like, that was something that was already been seeded.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got me, like, I remember this was years ago when they said Iceman was gay.
Yeah.
And it only happened, I didn't read it, but it was like, you know, the first class time travel to the present, and then young Iceman was gay. And then they're like, yo, I didn't know you were gay. And he's like, what do you mean? And then you see that young Ice. But then I guess that deals with hiding in the closet. But I'm like, that seems random, because I was like, was that ever hinted? Again, I've never read a lot of X-Men books where Iceman was ever hinted at being gay. But
some people insinuated though, I think. I think it was the readers they insinuate,
but it's just always, again, it's just a pandering, which is not, it's not genuine.
I feel as though as long as you can tell when it's natural. Yeah. If you're working into the story and it's a natural thing, I don't mind. You can make Captain America gay, straight, whatever you want.
I got an example for that.
But as long as it's natural. But if it's just something where it's just like, oh, it's Pride Month, well, bam, gay Captain America, like, come on,
prime example. This is anime. Samurai Champloo, that guy from Holland, and like when he they know that the geishas are dudes over there in Japan, right? You know, and that's when they were like doing the tourist stuff in Edo, right? You know, because get their swords and items back because they lost them at the eating contest, right? And he was like, "Hey man, that's a dude," and he was like man, that's a funny bar for me, by the way, but it's like. They ease in that the guy is gay, and he tells his backstory of how he always wanted to go to Japan because it's so free over there. And I'm like, that's how you freaking do that, man. Instead of just like slap us with it. Or even like for another example, like, okay, like, you know, all this black stuff. Ironically, it's Black History Month, right? Like how they like just slap it on there, like, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Okay, I get it. Static Shock did it so well.
Yeah.
How when he went to Africa and he fought with a Nazi, or even like dealing with racism when Richie's dad, come to find out. That's why he never went to his house. Richie's like, nah, my dad don't mess with y'all, bro. I'm gonna let you know that.
Come over here.
But within 22 minutes, 30 minutes, they told the story how like his dad's racism is kind of like, oh, okay, he flipped the script, but it was so. And remember, we were kids when that came out.
Yeah.
Remember, we were kids.
It's nuanced. It's not throwing it down your throat. It's just
exactly.
Yeah. You tell the story, and then the thing is, some people may find it hard. They might miss it.
Right.
And that's the thing that sucks. But it's like, you know, for example, like that show Blackish.
Yes.
Did not like the first season, but there was something there because I didn't like that they were throwing it down my throat. Because I was like, I understand, you know, there are a lot of racists out there, but it's like you didn't have to tell them. But then as the show kept going, they found their footing. They were able to like keep it light and all that stuff, and able to say the message without just spoon feeding it to me. I'm like, I got you. Like we understand. We're here.
Yeah.
I saw recently American Fiction. Great movie. Every creator, everyone should see this movie. I'm in the theater, me and my wife, and again, anyone should. There's a lot of white people in the room, other black people, other people of color in the room. But you know, jokes are funny, they're landing. But then in my head, my thought is like, are they understanding why it's funny?
Yeah.
Because there are certain jokes that like if you've seen the trailer, like one white woman executive is just like, I forget what she said. I can't remember, but she says something. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna be making these things with these rich white, you know, guys. And then she kind of falls into that stereotype because the rich white person wants the thing because it's so raw. And he made it up. Dude that has a PhD. Like he's not from the streets. He just wrote something that he saw on like TV or something.
Dang.
Yeah.
And they're just like, and they're laughing. But I was like, but do you guys get it? Like, you know? And of course, there are a lot of allies out there, but there are some people that just see the movies and just like, okay, cool, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Basically, don't take anything from it. But
it's crazy that you said it. It's like you had your Dave Chappelle moment. When you told that story, I thought about Dave Chappelle instantly.
Yeah.
Why he quit the Chappelle show, you know? And it's like, damn, that's cold.
Yeah.
You know, people will be ignorant, unfortunately. You know.
But yeah, man. Well, Francois, man, thank you for coming on. This has been great.
Yeah, man.
This has been great, man. Like I said, you're a talented man.
And a deep person, too.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll definitely have to do this again.
For sure.
Maybe one day we can come on your podcast and we can talk. And
I'd be down to do a crossover episode. That'd be dope.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Hey, anytime, man. Just let us know a date. Obviously, the weekends, because, you know.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Just let the people know where they can find you.
So, yeah, on my socials, I'm not really on Twitter because Twitter is like going down the drain. But Sky_Surfer117. You can find me on Facebook. Full name Jaromir Franc ois. You can find me there. But everything I post is on Instagram. That's my hub.
Okay.
Also, tell the people where they can find your comic books at, man. Some dope stuff.
Oh yes.
Please advertise.
Yeah, when it comes to the physicals or digital, gumroad.com. If you just type in my name or type in the stories, you can find it there. Or if you Google Gumroad and Sky Surfer, it should take you straight there.
Okay.
That's baller.
Sweet, man. So, you can follow your boys at FusionHaa Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, X if you're nasty.
You crazy.
Yes. You follow us on our YouTube.
Yes.
If you want to watch our videos, look at us, look at these handsome faces. Check us out. Let us know what you think. We've done a lot of voice actor interviews, most recently with Stephanie Nadolny.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we're going to have more coming up soon.
Oh, of course.
Because that's what we do. So check your boys out.
We still got some of the old audio. So to be honest with you, like I kind of stopped the audio right now because there's really a lot of results. But if you still want to listen to some of the old stuff, them interviews, I got all that. You still catch us on Apple Podcasts. I always say
I'm proud of you. Look at you learning.
iHeart, freaking Stitcher, Bullhorn, No BS, Amazon Music, or wherever you find your podcast on that old school.
Yes, sir. Well, Francois, thank you once again.
Yeah, man.
For rocking with us, man. This has been we've had a great time.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you tired. You've been putting in them hours.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's it's 10:30 your time basically.
Because I was at work at 4:00 this morning. So
What's up?
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna watch some anime right now or something.
Yeah,
I like to watch anime at night. It reminds me of watching Adult Swim. So
see, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I've been watching dang it, one more anime. I've been watching this new anime. I'm obsessed called Buddy Daddies.
Buddy Daddies? I'm gonna look
Yeah.
at the Crunchyroll.
Yes. It's literally about me and Jeremy. It's hilarious.
What?
When you see it, you're gonna see it. When you see it, you're gonna get it. I'll guarantee.
He was like, "That's not what I meant."
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, they be weird over there in anime land. Hold up now.
No, it's about
No,
these.
joking.
It's about these two guys. They basically they're assassins. Yep. Yep.
Oh, with the little girl and stuff. My
Yes.
wife told me about that. She
That show is so good. The theme song. I was singing the song all day.
Oh my god! All right, I'm about to go watch it now.
Yeah,
My wife
watch
gave
it.
to me.
Trust me.
I'll watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, man. Well, it's time to roll up out of here.
Alrighty, man. Thank you once again, Mr. Francois. You are the man.
Yep.
You are the man.
Thank you.
Yep.
You got some moments. I'm like, shoot, I might clip some of this shit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But yeah, man.
Spread it out.
Well, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy. And this is Francois.
Yes, sir. And this is the FusionHaa podcast, and we out this thing.
Ha! We missed it. We saw
we're Fat Fusion now.